Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to effectively defeat RuneScape's newest scaling boss, Zalcano. This is a fairly simple boss to defeat, however if you don't know what you're doing, you can get hit by some massive damage. There's not really too much else to intro, so let's just get into it. First of all, the only real requirement is the completion of the Song of the Elves quest, which gives you access to the new elf city, Prifddinas. However, I would recommend also having a high HP level, as it's very easy to get killed here, as Zalcano often uses attacks that can hit anywhere from 30 to 50 damage. So as a result, if you're a hardcore Iron Man, be very careful here, as it is not a safe death. For gear, I'd recommend full graceful or your best weight reducing gear, as well as the best pickaxe you have access to. However, if you have Varrock Armor 4, its 10% of Mining 2 ore effect supposedly works here as well. You'll also notice that my character is wearing a necklace. This is the Phoenix necklace, which its effect is that it will automatically restore the wearer's hit points by 30% of their maximum hit points if they drop below 20% of their maximum hit points. So this necklace will basically save you if you get into a tough situation and can't brew or just don't notice that your health is dropping too low. In terms of inventory, you're definitely going to want a few staminas and food. I personally like using brews, as you don't have to bank very often and you'll still have space for both drops and the tephra you collect while fighting Zalcano. So, before I fight the boss in real time, I want to explain the mechanics. We're going to start with an overview of the entire fight first. There are 4 rocks inside the room at each corner. Mining these gives you something called tephra. You want to look for the rock that is glowing, as it will give you the most tephra. So, depending on your team size, you should get a certain amount of tephra. Usually in teams of 15 people and above, around 5 tephra is a good number to shoot for. After getting your tephra, you want to run over to the furnace and refine it. After doing that, run over to the altar and turn it into imbued tephra. Once you imbue it, click on Zalcano to begin throwing it at her. What this does is lower her shield. She starts with 300, and once it hits 0, you'll be able to mine her and start causing damage to her health. You'll have to do this 3 times regardless of if you're soloing it or if you're in a large group. Keep in mind any tephra you don't use before she goes down will be destroyed whenever she rises, so try to keep pace with your team. While you're doing this, there's a variety of different attacks that Zalcano can use, the first of which is placing these demonic symbols on the ground. It's as simple as red one's bad, blue one's good. Stepping on red will cause you to take rapid damage, and blue will actually give you a damage and accuracy boost when attacking with the blue tephra. Next we have the boulder attack. This one you can predict, as dust will fall from the ceiling on places where boulders will fall. As they get closer to the ground, a shadow will also be visible. Getting hit by these can cause usually over 40 plus damage. Zalcano will on occasion throw a red ball. If it's thrown at a rock formation, it will both deactivate it and cause you to, as you guessed, take lots of damage. Dodge this one by running away from the rock. If Zalcano throws the ball somewhere else in the room, it will spawn a golem. If it gets to her, she will regain 50 health to her shield, unless she's already at full. In groups, this golem can usually be ignored, but if you have a small team or soloing, you are going to need to kill it. Even if you can't fully kill it, damaging it will reduce the amount of shield that it gives back to Zalcano. You can only damage this golem with imbued tephra. Another attack she has is throwing small pebbles at everyone in the room. This is unavoidable. Lastly, after she goes down, she will eventually start to rise again. Run away from her, as if you're too close, she'll throw you, causing a small amount of damage and stunning you for a moment. So this part is sort of just a theory within the community, as Jagex has yet to confirm or deny if this actually exists. It's believed that Zalcano also has a MVP system, where the player who deals the most damage will receive more rewards. This hasn't been confirmed, but there's enough evidence about it that I feel like it's worth covering in this guide. It's also rumored that you can only obtain the pet by getting MVP, so if you're pet hunting, I'd recommend doing this with a small team or soloing. You'll know if you got MVP because Zalcano will drop 3 regular drops, one of which should be crystals, as well as ashes. Now, I'm just gonna give you a general real-time overview of what this fight is like. If you want to know how to get here, it's pretty easy. It's right where I am in Prif. If you have your house set here or your respawn set here, it's even easier. All you have to do is come over to this teleport platform and go inside. Originally I was doing this on World 2, but it was extremely crowded, so I hopped to World 5. And now all we really need to do is wait for this fight to finish. That guy just died. We gotta wait for this fight to finish before we can go inside, as joining mid-game typically means you're not going to get any rewards. Alright, they have just completed the fight, and we are now going to enter the room. Like I said earlier in the guide, you want to mine the glowing rock formation. I don't think one glows more often than the other, but most people seem to like to start in this northeast corner. If this one isn't the glowing one, we'll just run to a different one, so it'll be fine. Don't start in the middle though, because no matter what, you're gonna lose out on DPS. It's just, you're not giving yourself a fair advantage. So that one's not glowing, but this one is. So we're gonna run over here. This is a decent sized group. I'd say there's probably about 15-20 people, so we're probably just only gonna do 3 to 5 Tephra, or else we're just gonna end up losing out on a lot of DPS and potentially end up losing out on rewards. I can already tell we're not gonna get MVP for this fight. As you can see, Zalcano just did the boulder attack. We need to dodge those. It's a little bit scary when that happens, as they're kind of hard to see, especially when there's a decent amount of people. So if it helps you, turning on Entity Hider and Runelight may help, as this hides other players' characters. So unfortunately, Zalcano is not doing the portal attack right now, so there's no blue portal for us to stand on. But regardless, we should still get decent DPS. So I actually probably could have refined more Tephra, but it's probably for the best that I didn't. We should probably still be fine. Definitely not going to get MVP. I think I ran a little too late. We might get hit there. No, but we're going to lose out on a little bit of mining. So that was a little scary there. As you can see, Zalcano stared at this rock and did that little attack animation right there, which either means there's going to be rocks falling, or she could launch that little orange ball right there to destroy the formation. And if that hits you, that's pretty bad news, as that is quite a bit of damage. I've yet to see Zalcano spawn a golem. I might have just missed it on accident, but we're in such a large group that, you know, fighting the golems doesn't matter. I probably should have collected more Tephra that time again, but it is fine. We are doing just fine. Okay, so this is pretty easy. We got to do this just one more time. We're going to mine Zalcano. Zalcano is rising again. Go over the glowing formation. Mine 3 to 5 of these and run away, because they are throwing the what's it called? The little orange ball at it. That would cause us lots of damage. So I didn't get enough Tephra for my liking, so I'm mining this rock over here, as that became the new glowing one. We're gonna refine these pieces, run over to the altar and imbue them. I don't think we'll have enough time to be able to stand on one of these blue portals. I probably should have just skipped mining the second time, because it looks like we're not gonna get any hits in there. So yeah, it's a lot of this boss is just eyeballing it and seeing how much you should mine, and trying to get the most DPS in as possible, as the more you do, the higher rewards. So we ended up getting 3 crystal shards and 80 steel bars. As you can see, we didn't get ashes, so we did not get the MVP. That guy, Lord Solomon, did, supposedly. So yeah, that's a pretty general overview of this boss. It can get really hectic at times and very scary very quickly, but it's pretty simple to get down, and the mechanics are not too difficult. A lot of damage is unavoidable, but try and do your best to dodge it, and you won't have to bank too often. And if you have a good pickaxe, good mining level, all that, you might even be able to get MVP and get your hands on that pet. So I'm gonna quit rambling. Hopefully this helped you. I will see you in the next video.